Do you sometimes wonder how is it that each time you follow people on YouTube, you apply their strategies, you have seen that this thing is working for them, but when it comes to your own, it's not working? Do you sometimes ask yourself a question? Why is it that I cannot easily make few money from what people have been doing? But I saw him doing that same thing I did. It's the same thing. Sometimes you bring out the strategy, you zoom in, sometimes you start asking, ah, where am I really going wrong? What is really the problem? In this video, if this thing has been your question, I'm going to show you one of the best way to find out where your fault is. And if you can be able to correct it, please just be humble to yourself and learn this, because if you get this, you will change your trading career. And I cannot lie to you. Why? Because your money is not my money, but your well-being and you living very well, living comfortably, because forex trading is not, I am not the one that invented it. So I have no reason why I should restrict some certain secrets from people. I am not a brother or a family to the brokers. Brokers are so much interested in what we have and why we should be interested in what brokers have. So hiding it away from you, not to mine into the market and take some things, should be a kind of wickedness. So if you have been watching strategies on YouTube from YouTube forex content creators, and at the end of the day, you are taking nothing out of it, like a particular strategy I dropped that a lot of people have visited and watched it. Sometimes what I get from people will sometimes make me smile, sometimes it makes me smile, laugh. Why? Because the outcome of it is benefiting some and it's not benefiting some. Let me show you that particular. If you are my good follower, you will know that this is one of the strategy that I dropped. And most times this particular one here and this one are not in the same video. The first one explained this one, and the second one explained this one. And some people are fighting me, saying that I am wicked. Why did you not bring up to the two videos together so that we can have the two indicators? I am not against what you are saying, but I have my reasons. My reasons is that for you to, at least if you grab this one, then when you come back, you will be remembering what you picked from here, then you enter here, you know. But when you have all of them together, it will now be a kind of confusion, and you may not be able to understand what the market is saying in the actual sense. But that is not the essence of this video. But I want to show you that sometimes people that have followed this video severally are having issue with this. But this place can be correct, but they are having serious issue with this. So meaning that they are having difficulties in operating these things in the real market. When these things turn like this and when this one comes off like this, they are having serious issues. Then, but in spite of all those things, these and so many other strategies that we have been watching, you have been following, you have been applying, there is one thing that have made you not to be consistent in your profit. Can I tell you that? Answer this question if you know what I'm about to ask you. This is the current market. This is crash 300. Please be honest to yourself. Be honest to yourself. I just want to use this to showcase why you are losing in this forest. Look at this place. This is a bullish move now on a default movement of a crash 300 or any crash. Now, this place is a weak candle. Please follow me, follow what I'm saying, why you should know the role of strategies and why you should know some certain things, some secrets behind the market. Now, follow this. This is the current market. This place is the weak candle, and this is 1 hour time frame. All right, this is 1 hour time frame. Now, follow this trend from this angle. This market has been in this direction for a period of time, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the past 10 hours, the market has been on a sell position, which means sellers momentum are very, very strong. Now, you that knows more about strategies, that have been watching strategies often and on, every minute, every time, every day, you are on Forex, you are watching YouTube, and you are applying this on your YouTube. Can you predict the future of this market now? Can you predict it? Can you guess this thing right? Can you do your analysis and tell us what this market will look like? If you are sure of this, can you write it on the comment section that this thing is going to be a sell position, or is going to be, can you just explain a little anytime you discover this, any day you watch this video, even if you don't watch it on the first day that you saw this thing, I mark this place here and I want to ask you a simple question. If actually you know what market, why, if you know what market is all about, can you tell us what this market is going to look like? How many minutes will it take this market to pull back? Is it going to go up, or is it going to come down like this? Why I explain? Because I will explain this market, but before I explain more, I'm going to add up indicators that we shall be using, that we have in this place for a very long time, that a lot of people are using, but they are misinterpreting the strategy, they're misinterpreting the indicators. That is why they are not comfortably making what they're supposed to make through the market. Now, this question is very simple to every trader, every of my followers, every of my subscribers, everyone that believed in me. What is the nature of this market? And some of my students in the mentorship class will answer this, and they are correct. They will be correct. At least out of the people I have, 89% of them will answer these questions straight, which means there are some mistakes they will never commit when they see such a market. Why? They no longer depend on strategies, but they depend on information. Now, let's add up those things and see how this thing will respond. I will not say any word, but let's add up indicators. But one thing I want you to understand here is this. Before we talk of adding indicators, we have first look at the structures of the market without thinking of any indicators. This is one single mistake a lot of people are making in the forex trading. Number one, people focus more on strategies, indicators, more than seeing the trend of the market. They want to use indicators to dictate the trend of the market. It's wrong. You use your psyche. That is why you hear people always say that forex is more of psychology. Forex is more of psychological. So when you have seen this, when you have seen this, when you have seen this, you decide, you have seen the nature of the market. Because what you are told about the weak candle, let me not go there, Sha. So let me just add up these indicators, and you will see how this thing will show itself, whether it's going to drop again or it's going to move like this. But first, you have seen that this is the trend of the market. But quite unfortunate that there is a weak candle below. So will this one come back here? Will it come back here? Or will it continue like this? So what is the future of the market? Let's find out. First thing we are going to be, we'll be adding a kind of multiple indicators, especially moving average, so that we can be able to fish out these errors, and we shall hold it at our hand. Then you go back and watch that video that I showed you, and once you grab this, you can trade that video comfortably. So let's start by adding moving average 12, and this moving average is linear weight 12. Apply to close, shift to style to pixel, then you now choose your color. Then the second one, we are going to add, the first one is 12, then the second one we are adding now is 15. Remember, 12, 13, 14, 15. We left four period days, and we are adding additional 3. So then you change this color here, change this color. Look at what we have already here. So follow it squarely this way. The first one we'll have is 12, the second one we'll have is 15. Some professionals will tell you that all you need is one indicator. That is perfect. But it depends on the level of knowledge that you operate. And you know that right here in forex trading, what we are targeting and what we are doing is not just about you and me. It's more of how many people we can help. So you can be that matured enough, but others are still coming up. So, all right, let's forge ahead. The first one we have is 12. The second one we have is 15. So when you have 12, 13, 14, 15, you have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So when you have 16, 17, 18, this time we'll have 19. So additional 4 days, then we'll press here. Then we'll have that one will no longer push that far. We'll now add to 21. This 21, we'll change it to another color. Then we'll add another one. Please follow it. All those things are linear weights. So not exponential this time, not exponential. So we'll add 50. What color can I use? Let me go with white. We'll now add 50. This is what we'll have. This is what we'll have here. Now, I just put this thing in this form. Please look at the future of this market. What this simply means is that this market here is a change in trend lines, because this is where the market breaks out. Let me use this as, let me draw the trend line. The market breaks out from this place. Just put it as small as this. So this is where the market breaks out, this corner. So when this market breaks out, this is the trend, and this is the support zone that find out that this market has breakout. So what is going to happen in this current market now is going to be a kind of, not a confused market, because it's very simple. What are you going to do? First, visit your higher time frame to see what is the nature of the candle there. Now watch all those things. You will see also that this market want to push back, because if you draw a public trend line here, if you drop a public trend line here, you discover that this thing is fighting to break out from this corner. You know, it's fighting to break out from here. I think I should make this thing to be more bold so that it can be visible. Good. So if you watch out, this thing is fighting to break out, and it have not rested on the 50 levels period, 50 period of moving average. Good. Now let's move a little bit higher. Let's move a little bit higher. This is the day trend. If you check the day trend, you will see that what is, have you seen it have started dropping? What this thing is fighting to do is to break out, come down from that corner it is down to this place. So where is it targeting? It's targeting here. So if you are to trade this market today and you are sure that you want to make profit, what are you going to be doing? Number one, this is the strength of the market. When you watch this, you will see that of all that this market is doing, that is fighting to break down. So don't be deceived with this thing you are seeing here. The market is on a downtrend. This is fighting to step here. So every change that this candle need to do will be resting on 50 moving average. So when are you going to be entering to buy or to sell? That is where you go to your lower time frame. You know, that is where you'll be visiting your lower time frame. What is the work of the lower time frame? As long as this thing have breakout from this corner, as long as it has breakout from this corner, know ye that it will not be easy for this thing to cross over. Let me remove all those things so that you get to understand what I'm saying. It will not be easy for this thing to be crossing 50 averages. Why? Even if it crosses, it has the tendency of pulling down. Why? Because the higher time frame is still on the move. So even though that this thing may try to pull back, but will try to retrace, but there is a need for it to come back and rest here. So if I'm doing this thing on crash 300, doesn't mean that you must trade crash 300. Remember that crash 300 is too volatile, is too heavy. If you're not careful, it can flush you out of the market. Not just flush you, it can descend on you mightily, that you start running, even tears will start flushing from your eyes. So don't joke with crash 300. I know I'm saying this thing to all my subscribers and to don't joke with crash 300. Don't even manage your small account with crash 300, because it can help you to do the magic of rising from nowhere to somewhere. At least one spike, two drop spike from the lowest lot size of 50 and 50 cents in crash 300 can push you to $20. That is true. We know it. With two long spike, papa, it can give you that. But what happens when you wait for 5 minutes? What do you think that will happen? You'll be losing something like $5 out of your capital. And when you close it, you'll be losing additional six. So what will happen? So it's better for you to be careful when trading with Crash 300 and be more consistent in trading your Crash 500, boom 500, boom 1000, and trade with caution. No matter how sure you are that this market is going to drop, don't be too fast to put three positions in a stretch. Don't be too fast. Some of us don't know the power of calculator. You know, when you don't calculate the market, when you don't calculate the ratio that three positions can give you when it goes against you, and you didn't do this thing when catching spies, you are doing this doing Skyping, and you know that the longest spike in 20 cents in 100 in crash 1000 can at a stretch give you $7, one long spike. So I don't know why I don't just feel like maybe doing the strategy things and leave this place. So I just want to talk to you so that you be safe. Don't fall victim of those things. So when you have 20 cents in your market and you open it like two, you like three positions, which means what you are using is 60 as a lot size. So and the spike, your capital may be something like 40, you know. So when a spike, a long spike goes against you, that you have this thing, and each of them you will minus 7 times 3. You know what that means? You know what that means? So if you check this thing, you will discover that you are losing up to 20 something. And how can you be smiling that you placed a trade and out of 40, 23, 21 or 20 something is out of the place? Will you be smiling? You cannot be smiling at that point. Why? Because you have just made a huge mistake. So instead of growing, you are losing. So my piece of advice is no matter how accurate the strategy is, no matter how intelligent or how smart you needed this money, how urgent you needed this money, don't be too fast to placing three positions. I have shared it with my students and I've made it as a warning that before you place two positions in any trade, make sure that you have make at least $5 as a profit so that you trade those double entries with this $5. So if anything should happen with this, it will start from here and your account will be protected. So don't fall victim. And sometimes I see people, I don't know how to say this. I will see some people they will start placing like 5, 6 positions because you want this thing to by the time it will give you $5 per each. What if the thing goes against you and give you $10 per loss? So with that, you are not just deceiving yourself, but you are fooling yourself. It's a warning to everyone that is fooling because I don't want anyone that is following GDFS to make such a terrible mistake. So apply this thing. Once you see this thing like this, get ready. Something is dropping. Then if you are doing Skyping, immediately you set your eyes and notice that something has crossed over like this. You have greater opportunity to make profit. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Instead of you, instead of you to be afraid of the 50, instead of you to be afraid of the 50, I urge you not to be afraid because the 50 can still be of a good news to you. So sometimes you don't need a man to tell you that this market will be in your favor or not, in as much as you have followed the market from the height and front. So why are you losing trade? You are losing trade number one because you don't follow the trend of the market. You don't study the market. You only follow strategies. What is the strategy going to do in the market when you are not following the trend that will respond to the strategy? It cannot work. Strategies are not powerful when when the market is going against them. So that is why when you add something like MACD, sometimes it will show you a lot of things, a lot of things. Sometimes you think this is the right way, this is the right time. It will show up from a different angle. Like now, it's giving you a good sign that is going to drop like this. But until it drops, don't enter. and this one is pointing like this. So this market should come back like this, except it will do like this in trade position or thereabout. That is when this place will become a head. Do you get that one? Do you get it? So if this thing should happen like this, like 1 hour time, it closes, move up, closes, and it will happen like 3 times. That means it has formed a head in this point. Are you get what I'm saying? But so far, so good. There is a possibility that this market is going to drop. There is a possibility that it's going to drop. So don't make that mistake. And I want you to subscribe to our channel. So everyone that have not subscribed, 85% of people watching our videos have not subscribed. Please, I beg you, what is my wrong? What am I doing wrong? And this content, these things we are creating, we are doing it free of charge. It is the strength we receive from the YouTube that gives us the encouragement to do that. So we are not charging for anything in this place. So I've not given out any strategy and say paid for you. So just subscribe to our channel, and it will help the YouTube to recommend our videos to wider audience and help us to sustain ourselves to create these videos. Sometimes it marvels me that people want you to kill yourself to build them, but when they stand, they will not even try to show what you are showing. They will restrict people from knowing what they know, but they come to YouTube and condemn others who are giving out what they are learning, that they don't want others to know part of it. Sometimes people don't even want people to know about forex trading. Do you know that? But they come to YouTube and watch and make money. But when some of their brothers are asking them, "What are you doing? Please teach us," they are not. They don't care. You know, they want to do it as if it's a kind of private something. I taught one guy, and I asked the guy that I'm busy. Teach this person. He started charging but I taught him free. So it's painful to believe that people who are attacking you, that you are not creating good content, you are not doing this, you are not doing this thing, cannot even help one person. It's painful. So please change from that attitude and try to help each other. Comment at least reasonably, and like our videos, and also share our videos. Subscribe, please. I beg you to subscribe. I beg you to subscribe. Talk good of things so that good things will start happening to you. My name is GDFS. Every content we create here is working. Just that if it's not working, look for a mentor. Then if the content is completely out of what you are planning for yourself, please, you are free to visit other channels because they still have something you need. My name is GDFS. I love you and I respect you. Thank you so much. Thank you.